Hey everybody, welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we are continuing this book called Dream It, Pin It, Live It. If you have been following along, you know that we have been going through this book. We are writing out goals. We are planning now for 2023. We are planning now and not waiting until January. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? And we are going to wrap up chapter 3 of this book. So real quick, you don't have to have the book. This book is great. There's great stories. There's action steps. You can watch the lives and you can take the action. The point is to start dreaming, to start having vision, to just go, what do I want for this next year, and not wait until January. I have this thought of like, you get to January, people are super excited. I know they all decide that they want to lose weight. They decide to set these goals, but then it takes them all 30 days of January to put it together when you can start right now. I did a live last night and I joked about it and I said, all right, and I'm going to say it this morning. I said the phrase, do you believe this phrase is true? And the phrase is, knowledge is power. Do you believe that's true? Knowledge is power. You have to say yes or no. Maybe you listened to the live last night. Well, let me tell you, it is this much true, but I'm going to change a little bit because it's something I want you to start thinking about as you are grabbing knowledge from. So Melissa says yes, right? Knowledge is power. Kim says yes. I think that's great. But what if I actually gave you a little bit of a different thought and I said, applied knowledge is power? So oftentimes people come to the Keto Mom page and you've been here for a while and you gather tons of information, and it's not just from me, right? Yes. until last night, she said, until last night, knowledge is power. It really is. But I'm going to go a little bit further and go, listen, it's not just having the knowledge that is going to help you reach your goals, because there are people that watch every keto video or low carb video or gather all of the recipes, even to this book, right? You might listen to how to make a dream board, how to set goals, how to be more productive, how to change your habits. You actually might know a lot. You might have a ton of knowledge from listening and learning, but you haven't applied it. It's applied knowledge is power. And so I talked about that last night. I just want to give you that thought this morning. And honestly, if you're not doing the action and you decide like, I have my goals in my head, it's fine. Or I've got a couple things I'm going to focus on. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it. Well, my question to you is, have you done that every year? And how has that worked for you? So I've been doing the action steps as well. Yesterday, we talked about a 30-day challenge to where, I'll just recap real quick. All we've done in the book so far is we've gotten out a notebook and we have written down, you've brainstormed 101 things. You might not have reached 101. I shared how I stopped at 36, but 101 things of dreaming and visions and things that you think that you want to achieve, right? Things you want to have, places you want to go, goals you want to achieve. With this 101, yesterday we talked about getting more specific. We talked about SMART goals, and we talked about the acronym SMART. Your goals should be specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and timeline. So what I'm doing, what I did this morning is I circled 10 of the goals that I truly want to focus on this next year. I'm going to think more about it today, but I was like, all right, if I had to choose right now, I would choose 10 of these goals, because you can't focus on 101 things. That activity was to get you to brainstorm and start thinking, right? How many of you did the activity? How many of you, got to 101 or at least started brainstorming? Now, today, I would say I want you to circle 10 of them. She actually says you can't focus on more than 5 to 10. 10 is a lot, but some things that you truly can get specific about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 10 today and I'm going to put dates behind them. So if I say write a book, that's pretty open-ended, right? I want to write a book. All right. I want to write a book my book will be done by December 31st, 2023. Or I should get more specific of how often I'm going to write, right? There is, I have business goals. I have writing a book. I have some goals that I want to do just in general in the morning with our girls. So you need to get specific. When are you going to do it? What time of day? When is it going to be accomplished, right? And so get specific. And then yesterday we talked about a 30-day challenge. And she just simply said, I want you to take those 10 goals and I want you to write them out for 30 days. For 30 days. She goes, I want you to write this list down of 10 goals. When 30 days passes, she goes, I continue to review them by reading them out loud every day. She goes, I would set an alarm clock and I would get up and I would read out my goals out loud. I express gratitude for each goal as if it were already done. So right now, you take those 10 and you just get up in the morning and you write them out specifically. And then you're going to go throughout. We're going to talk about creating a vision board. We're going to get visuals. We're going to talk about all of those things. But all you're doing right now is going, what are the 10 things I want to focus on? I'm going to write them out for the next 30 days in a little journal. You can get up. It'll take you 5 minutes. These little actions, why they might seem tedious or like, is that really going to help? She talks about that. She says, focus is the number one key ingredient to achieving your biggest dreams and your goals. You will get what you focus on, good or bad. You must get laser focused on what you want to achieve in the next 12 months. So here's what she said. She goes, here, this is actually super fun. She goes, for example, think about the color blue, right? So think about the color blue. Think about blue. Think about blue. Think about all blue things, blue water and blue sky, and maybe I have a blue sweatshirt. I don't know. My eyes are blue. Think about the color blue for 10 seconds. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7. Are you thinking of blue, babe? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Really quickly, I hope you're doing this with me. Look around your room or your office or wherever you're at. Look around your room and look around the room really quick and look for all the blue things. You might not even consciously look for blue because we're thinking about blue. So if you look around your room, oh, I see blue Christmas ornaments. I see blue shaker bottles. I see something blue on my fridge. I see a whole bunch of blue books. I have a blue top on my water bottle. I've got blue ketones right here. All right? Now, I have a question for you. How many red things did you see? I did this before the other day and I was like, I don't remember one red thing. Why? She's walking you through in story form, and I'm not reading it all to you, but she goes, listen, most people don't realize that if they sit down and they actually focus on their goals and they write them down and they create this RAS, your reticular activating system. I've talked about this before. Well, hold on. So when you focus on a list, so example, how many red things did you see? Probably none because you were focused on blue, right? The word is focus. When you focus on the list of goals, you will recognize opportunities all around you to achieve your dreams. You only recognize what you focus on. The point of writing out your goals for the next 30 days is you're going to focus on it. You're going to get up. You're going to write it out. You're going to be thinking about it. If you do it in the morning and your goal is, I'm going to pack my lunch for work every single morning. And you've got health goals, the likelihood of you not going to the gym and not making those better choices is unlikely because you're focused on it. You set your intention on it in the morning. You wrote it out. So your brain is going, I'm going to look for opportunities to be healthy, to be stronger, to not make excuses. I'm going to choose wisely. Does that make sense? So she talks about RAS, your reticular activating system, how when you get clear about your goals, it gives you instructions to your RAS, like when you buy a new car and you think nobody has it, and then all of a sudden you go drive that car and everybody has it, right? Your reticular activating system is set. Your RAS will start looking for ideas, opportunities, resources, and relationships that will line up with your personal goals. You start recognizing these things that are being attracted to you. So you can decide right now, are you going to take the action and go after these goals for the next year? Or are you going to be the 97, 98, 99% of people who are sitting in the grandstands, sitting on the passenger side instead of the driver's side. We've talked about all of these different things at the beginning of the book. The 99% of the college students who didn't write out their goals and didn't achieve what they wanted to 10 years down the road. Where are you going to fall within those goals? So the biggest key to success in any area is consistency. You are regularly going to write down your goals for 30 days. You're consciously thinking about them every single day. This key behavior of repetition is what causes your desires to elevate and your motivation to skyrocket and to help you go after those goals. All right, so we talked about the 30-day challenge. We're going to wrap this up. We talked about SMART goals. And then as we dive in for the rest of the week and then next week, it's actually going to start helping you understand what a dream board or a vision board is. I actually thought that we could do this book and stretch it out through the whole December, but that's very unlikely because it's honestly a basic concept. It's a short book, an easy read, and if you do the actions, we can have this done in less than the rest of the week. We'll have to create, so we'll have to start creating our boards, but we're going to have to dive into another book as well, or we'll figure it out. I'm not exactly sure what we'll do, but I don't want to prolong it. I want to start creating, and it might take you a little while to create. I'll give you ideas. I'll give you suggestions. The book will do the same thing. And then you're going to start doing the action, which I just talked about, right? Not just knowledge is power. You're going to have all of the knowledge to create, but it's applied knowledge is power. So last thing, goals are not only absolutely necessary to motivate us, they are essential to really keep us alive. That was a quote. There's one more I wanted to read to you. Oh, where there are no goals, neither will there be significant accomplishments. There will only be existence. I thought that was super powerful. So today, my action is I've picked 10 things. I'm going to get specific. I'm going to put dates to it or time frames. And then we're going to talk about diving into actually creating a vision board. I hope you do the same. I'm going to be writing out my 10 things every single day for 30 days. So that is an action you can do all the way almost to leading up to the end of the year. So if you have questions, send me a message. This is the book that we're going through. I think it's great. And I'm ready to, I think I have my word for the year. So there's something else that we do as a family. We've done it for years. We pray about it. We seek and just try to figure out what is one word that maybe you keep seeing. Maybe you're like, this is my word for next year. My husband said he had his word. My friends that were over on Sunday were like, I have my word for next year. And I was like, I don't have my word for next year, but I got it. I got it because I've been looking for it. I've been listening for it. I've just been thinking about it. What is the word? And I have it. I'm not going to share with you yet because I'm just waiting. But that's something to think about too, is if you had to put one word to your year, what do you feel like that word would be? You can pray about it. You can just sit and think about it. You can just watch for it. Listen. You might hear a word over and over again. Maybe it might be intentional, right? Maybe I have a friend, her word is pursue. And we like to look for a Bible verse that might match up with that, or maybe a quote it's something that when you go throughout your month, and let's say something happens in February or March, and you just have one of those days, that word is going to go, oh no, this is my word. I am going to be focused. This is my word. It's going to be intentional. This is my word. I'm going to, whatever it is. So think about that as well. All right. I hope you guys have an incredible morning. Continue to tune into the Keto Mom page. We have some fun Black Friday sales going on with my mom fuel. I talked about it yesterday. I'll share it on my stories. If you want a Black Friday deal for ketones, just post Black Friday below and I'll send it to you. Otherwise, I look forward to chatting with you later. Have a good morning. Bye, everybody.